welcome to Energy to Angels. I'm Mary Beth Murphy, and in our second episode, we're dealing with opposing forces. The dark versus the light, the good versus the evil, the positive versus the negative. I think you understand where I'm going with. Anyway, the opposing forces is actually the opposing forces of good versus evil, good versus bad in this universe. I mean, we have good people and we have bad people, unfortunately. But you have to look at why that happens. We like to, some people, not everybody out there, want to blame God or their higher power or whatever it is that all this bad stuff happens in the world. But no, God doesn't cause it, people cause it. And that's a concept of free will that you will be dealing with in a following episode. But still, it's still something to understand that we've come here on earth to learn, to grow, to develop. We all come from divine. We are all divine. But the point is that we have to kind of remember that. But this is a journey of growth. And what happens is that we all have issues to deal with. Everybody does. But the reason we have those issues to deal with is to learn, to better understand ourselves. So what happens is that some individuals physically die and leave this earth, okay? But they don't go into the light. So their physical body leaves this earth, but their soul, their energy still stays around. And what happens, it attaches to someone here in the physical plane who's still physical that has a lot more issues. And it becomes like a parasitic relationship. Energy can jump onto you if you're not careful. Now, if you're doing a lot of, I'm not saying, I don't want you to be, worried that, oh, there's energy jumping on you every second of every day, which is not exactly true. You want divine energy to come in, of course, but not the negative energy. Usually energy will stick around for a while. You've heard of hauntings of houses and things like that. Usually energy will stick around for a while because they have like a message to give us, which we've seen illustrated in lots of movies. Or they have a message to give someone else that's related to us before they go into the light, because even though they've left their physical bodies, they can still stay here centered on earth until they get that message across. And again, you've seen that in movies. But I wanted you to also understand that sometimes the energy that stays is not the most, is not the higher energy. It still has issues. The energy still is anger, or they're guilty, or they're upset with somebody, or they want revenge on somebody, and they don't move into the light. They're supposed to be in the light. That's where we go into the divine, we review our lives and learn, because it is all about learning. So a great story to illustrate this example is one of my clients, beautiful girl, and she knew that she's very in tune with her spirit guides, and I was asking her to, tell me about your spirit guides. I wanted to hear about them. And she told me, she goes, the first thing she said, she goes, well, my spirit guides wear Civil War clothing. Yeah, they're not your spirit guides, because your spirit guides are not in Civil War clothing. What happened later in the past, she was going through a difficult time in her life. She was not in the best space. She was probably drinking a little bit more than she should have, that type of thing. And these energies kind of hung on to her, and she always thought that they were her spirit guides. But any information they gave her never worked out for the highest good. It always put her into a state of upsetment or discouragement or concern. So that was the first clue that these guys weren't her spirit guides, because anything coming from the higher realms, which is your angels and your spirit guides and the archangels, that always comes from love. And she never felt good when she spoke to them. See, so that was another clue that she didn't quite understand. So here's your clues. You have to know that when you're talking to your angels and your spirit guides and the archangels, it's love, it's peace, it's joy, it feels good, it feels nurturing and loving, because it is. Now, if you're dealing with something that doesn't feel good, or it makes you confused, or you're not understanding why you're getting this information, or it doesn't feel good, don't do it. It's not coming from a higher place. See, and that's what it is. It becomes, this energy jumped onto her, and it became a bit of a parasitic relationship. We got rid of it. She's fine now. I want you to know that. But it was the first clue. She said, I never felt good talking to them. And the second clue was they wore Civil War clothing. That's the thing about her. She was an artist. So I had her draw a picture of them. And when I saw the picture, I was like, oh, this isn't good. So we got rid of them, which was good. But I want you to understand that the angels are giving you good information. It feels good. It feels loving. It feels nurturing. Anything that doesn't feel good, don't do it. Now, you're going to take advice from friends here in the physical world, right? You ask your friend for advice. Sometimes your friends give you advice, doesn't feel right. Pay attention to that beautiful intuition we have right here in our gut. is a divine gift. It comes to us for a reason. If it doesn't feel good, if it doesn't sound good, if it doesn't feel nurturing, doesn't feel like it's going to help you, it isn't. Don't pay attention to it. Okay? Angels are always giving you good information. It comes from love. It comes from a space of peace and joy. So I'm going to give you a technique involving incense. You can use any incense you want. This incense is harmony, because I love harmony. And this incense, this technique, I call it the Murphy clearing technique. It was actually given to me by Archangel Michael, but it's designed to remove any negative energy that's been attached to you, okay? So while the incense is burning, just swirl it around your head and say, remove any negative energy that's been attached to me and return it back to its rightful owner, because it's their journey, it's not yours, okay? So remove this energy from above me, below me, to the right of me, to the left of me, in front of me, and behind me. And watch what happens. I guarantee you, you'll feel better. If you're feeling that you should do that, go ahead and do that. Even if you just want to test it out, trust me, you'll feel better. So, thank you for watching Opposing Forces in our second episode here. And I just want to let you know that hopefully things are going well in your life, but if they aren't, just remember, the angels haven't taken you this far to let go of you now. So, thanks so much for watching. I'm Mary Beth Murphy, and have a blessed day.